doesn't really matter because you see now I have 70 diffs, right? 70 diffs, and that's it. And we'll see what this is after doing 90 toxic sewer maps. So I'll do 90 toxic sewer maps. I think what I also will do, even though right now I have no gold in here in my treasury, I will hopefully remind me, I will not move my gold. Meaning, you will see after all this time how much gold I actually got after running so many toxic sewer maps. I can probably, like, juice myself up. Oh, holy heck. I can probably juice myself up with all these maps. I also have to say, right away, my build is not super tanky. I am quite fast. And I have an extremely strict filter. Extremely. Bro, I even thought about not even picking up chaos orbs anymore. Not because I make so much cash, but because my hands hurt and I don't like it. And yes, I have scryed the defiled cathedral, 2 toxic sewers, which makes it possible for me to drop the apothecary card, which gives me a mage blood, or at least 1/5 of a mage blood. I have dropped exactly 0 by now. So was this worth it? No. I did think about, I think, maybe putting, what is it? Maybe this one, you know, from Crimson Township? Because Headhunter 2 Implicit might be actually probably more common. Also, Annulment is kind of nice. And 10x Chaos Orbs. The problem with that is, I hate clicking, as mentioned, right? Strict filter, don't click a lot. If I have to click 8 times to get 8 parts of a diff, so 8 diff cards, to then also click them to put into my stash, to then take them out, to then get 10 Chaos Orbs. It's like way more clicks per Chaos Orb, you know what I mean? And I want a minimum of 1 click per Chaos Orb. Maybe even less. I scried Crimson Township into Racecourse so I can juggle Defiled Cathedral and Racecourse. That's also a way to do, yeah. So the other thing is, why am I running Toxic Sewer? You know, why am I doing this to myself? The biggest thing is because I want a map that makes it possible so I can just run through and get my gold. And if you're like, what do you mean? Well, gold can only be auto-picked up in your small area. I do not like walking over to gold, because it still is a click for me to walk. You know, it still is a click. You don't directly click the loot, but it's still a click to get over to the gold to pick it up. So it's technically kind of the same. A click is a click. I don't like that. I have hidden all the gold beside everything that is above 1,000, right? So pretty much everything that doesn't drop from a boss is hidden on my filter. I do not see gold. I do not care about it. I don't like it, actually. Which will be a big part in my new video that I make tomorrow. So, to solve this issue, because I still need gold for King's March, what do? Well, you play maps that have a very small area, right? That are very narrow, similar to Silo is probably a good thing. The problem, even Silo is too large, it's too wide, that you can pick up everything blindly. And I need to pick it up blindly because I do not see it, and I do not want to see it. So, with this, by the way, my tier 16 juicing is pretty much just Searing Exarch, blocking everything, but I think Ultimatum and Harvest, because I think those 2 Scarabs can drop now. Technically, everything can drop because the game is weird. But either way, I want those because they are pretty good. And all the Scarab nodes. I think I literally have all the Scarab nodes. Well, no, I think I don't have those small ones, but I have the big ones. And some quantity. And I think I also want more ambush, so I have that. And I increase the effect of my maps. I don't know if this is the good one. I am going to take away singular focus because I'm 99% sure if you take that, you get less tier 17 maps. I'm 99% sure, and I hate it. So I'll just leave it now. And for context, I did buy, I think, 80 or 90 toxic sewer maps. I think it was 84, 82, 78, I don't know, something along those lines for 2 divines. So, technically, if you say you spent 2.5 divines to buy toxic sewer maps, then you don't have to farm yourself now. with all the chisels and alks and scours and chaos orbs, because I have a pretty strong regex that I can technically post, or, you know, hold a... Let me just quickly post it. I'll post it right here, and let me... Well, I can't post it here, because... So this is the regex. I think it's pretty much everything that is, like, reflect related, and then also, I think, 80% quant, something along those lines. And all of them are like that. So yeah, if I get more than 2.5 out of this, and if no, will be good. Also, I will be only using this. I won't be using Anarchy, Domination, any of this. I technically should. I do like strong boxes. I think strong boxes, even on the low end, is a lot better than nothing at all. But you know what? I actually got a little bit tired of doing strong boxes all day. I got really annoying, because you have to wait for them. It's a little bit annoying. And if you realize how fast you are, if you don't have any content in your maps, it gets pretty heckin' fast, you know? It gets pretty heckin' fast. I also hope this doesn't look absolutely horrible. I realized previous stream that that it can look a little bit strange. Like, it looks laggy sometimes on stream. I'm sorry for that. It's probably just a limit when it comes to streaming Path of Exile and or having only one PC. So for that. There we go, underground sea map. I might even think about taking glass blower baubles away, because who cares about those? And as you can see, I am grabbing a lot of gold just on my way, because Toxic Sewer is narrow. I do not need to see the gold. It just automatically is part of just running maps, which I gotta wish that would actually be the case. If you play content, you actually automatically get gold in your inventory, but that's not this game. Oh, there's Greater Eldritch Ember. That would have been some cash. So, one monster left. Let's get the heck out. Kind of forgot to remove it, though. Wait, what? I'm getting a lot of Fortress map with singular focus on. Barely getting any rescores, though. Weird. So, yeah, this was a 1 minute 12 map. That's pretty much average. I think maybe actually a little bit faster, depending on. There was also only, of course, sometimes you get 2 Settlers of Kalguur related content, so that, of course, makes it a lot slower, right? If you have, for example, Verisium, there's that, right? It will take a lot longer. Amber Tree, classic, also takes a little bit longer. I love Bismuth, because it's literally just click button and let's go. That's really nice. Arachnoxia is a classic that insta-kills me sometimes, because, you know, Headhunter build, go zoom zoom. I barely have defense, so a death will not be uncommon. But again, I also run maps a billion times faster than probably most strike builds, so that's what I love. Speaking of Bismuth, thank you very much. The game now teleports me around. Classic. Also, there's a nameless seer. Let's check that. Let's hope we don't get an mage blood here. Brup. I don't know if anything is good, so I'll just take anything. Doesn't matter. By the way, how often do you get a nameless seer now? Is that common? I actually don't know. Go. Also, for some reason, I get... By the way, let me check. There's not something wrong, yeah. For some reason, I don't know what the game does, actually, in the background. Something should be changed, in my opinion. For some reason, I get, like, maps that aren't tier 16s. And I'm like, so why am I seeing them, even though I have all Void Stones in? So, it's kind of strange. And that's what I also meant earlier with, even if you block certain leak content and it says it cannot drop scarabs for that content now, which is, I guess, fair, it still can, because the game is whack. Because the core game doesn't drop it. That doesn't mean conversions can't happen in the background. So, best example, I think I got like a very expensive or semi-expensive Legion scarab before, even though I block Legion. So it clearly is a lie to the player. It's a bit strange. Okay, what? Sorry. AC blowing in my ear. Nice! Let's go. AC enjoyers. Actually, I think my AC is also like going pretty ham right now. It's getting a little bit warmer. I don't know what you mean, get what? I actually don't know what I said. Another nameless seer. What the heck is happening today? Does the game really want me to get a mage blood just unethically or what? I don't know what's better. Ooh, I actually like Foxshade. I actually want to buy one. Gifts from above. Are you worth? Nope. Are you worth? Nope. Then for the memes, I get Calm's Heart, because Calm's Heart is based. Guys, it's based. Often I get F. No clue what I get. How often do you get a nameless seer? Because now I got a second one, which is kind of strange. Kind of strange. Just a reminder, I had 70 divs in my inventory, in my stash, and we'll check at the end how much I have. Also, I haven't shown you how much gold I have now after a few maps. Let me check, show you that. And to be honest, I could run tier 17 maps. I did that offline. The thing is, one, they cost a lot, and I don't get money out of it, so I just can't run them, right? It's like, if it's not worth it, just to run through and get more cash, then it's kind of sad. And also, the Strat, the barrel Strat is dead, so that's a shame. We partially tried this last time. There we go. Nope. I do have to say, I also made good cash selling Flicker Strike gems at level 21. They sell for like 2 divs, so highly recommend just putting them in there, or whatever is appropriate for your build, you know. I of course have a bow, so it's 6 green sockets. But of course, if you have maybe 2 wands, then it probably is better. I think you can actually make more money then, because you can have 2 times 3 blue sockets, and they actually are. You can actually level some pretty good stuff there. There you go. Haven't gotten it in days. Thought he could appear on scrub. He couldn't appear. No, he can appear all the time. He can appear all the time. So yeah, by the way, we have 32,000 gold now. So it's not that difficult, of course, right? To get some gold, if of course your build isn't slow AF. And I saw other streamers that played like strike builds that took like 10 plus minutes per map, while I have been doing 8 maps in the same time. So it's like, it really doesn't make me want to play strike builds, I'll tell you that. Cigarettes. There we go. Now's the money. Now is the money coming in here. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Well, Anarchy. I did, by the way, try Anarchy for a little bit. Wasn't my thing. What also wasn't my thing is I thought, hey, you know what? Boss rushing, boys. You know, I have a strong build. I have a Headhunter. I can run through Silo, get a bunch of buffs, and then just, you know, insta-blast the boss. Yeah, that ain't happening. Because... yeah, you have to run different maps to spawn Maven, right? Maven doesn't witness the boss if you already have witnessed the boss before. So, yeah, I quickly moved away from that strategy. I was like, yeah, never mind, bro. No, thank you. Actually, I don't want to do Harbinger either. Takes a little bit too long. It spawns things too slowly. I wish there would be some sort of node that makes it spawn 1000% faster. But there isn't. Got a 7 league step from Ritual if you ever need to level. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I actually did think about buying that for us, for the guild stash, as well as a 6-link Foxshade. That's a pretty sick bow, that, sick body armor that I saw. It's pretty cool. Pretty chunky to level. I think it's like, what, 30% increased movement speed if you have full life or something like this. And evasion, and so it's like pretty insane. But it's, I think, 2-3 divs, which at this point it doesn't really matter if I have 2-3 divs. Like, again, if you run maps this fast, it doesn't matter. 2-3 divs isn't a big deal anymore. So. But again, that's the reason why I love playing fast builds like this. Otherwise, I would still be, I don't know, trying to get my weight stones, bro. With a full-time job, by the way. Yeah, speed conquers everything, pretty much.
Come to lose again.
Nope. I did try, I think, a little bit of Ultimatum, because I was like, bro, I have a Headhunter. It sometimes spawns rare mobs. 25 mobs, that's fine to me. 6 link 1000 ribbons is the best, to be honest. Oh yeah, I think it's a... That is also, I think, pretty good, yeah. I am using a lot of these... a lot of uniques to, you know, disenchant. And as mentioned, right now my King's March isn't active at all. I pretty much just have it just not active for this entire stream, which is fine. Doesn't matter really. The test is just to run a bunch of Toxic Sewers, see how much I get out, and yeah. And also in what time frame, of course. I actually didn't look at the time when we started, but I can partially see when I took the snapshot on Wealthy Exile. Roughly. And by the way, if you think, wow, that's actually really fast, yeah, of course, because you have Headhunter, bro. No, it's actually, I was always this fast, because Headhunter doesn't really add too much, to be honest. The only thing Headhunter adds is maybe a little bit of defense and dying a bit less. Definitely damage if you get more buffs. But yeah, most of the damage just comes from a really good bow. You know, oh, Reflecting Mist. You can check that in a bit. Yeah, a really good bow was kind of insane. Like another Nameless Seer. Good lord, Jesus Christ, you really want me to reflect? I don't even care. If I don't get the Reflecting Mist, like the item, I don't even care about it anymore. I'm not really into the idea of having to look through a billion reflected items to find maybe one good one. Give him to me. There's now the third one we actually found. It's kind of insane. I think I'm a little bit lucky today. A little bit, a lot. Also, I'm sorry if the stream lags for some. It's a little bit weird. I think it's because Path of Exile needs a lot of juice. Hardware juice, PC juice. Sorry guys, gotta get a 4090. Actually, dude, bro, I really want that 5090. I'm thinking about it. It has been 5 or 4 years now. 4 years, I think. December 2020 is, I think, when I built this PC. I have to look. But to be honest, I built this PC, but the GPU I upgraded in between. You know, I got a 3090 Ti instead of the 2070 that was in there. I think I had a 2070 Ti, something along those lines. No, I had a 2070 Super, I think is it called, right? I think that was the Super series for a while. I don't know if that's still a thing, but is there? There's no 3060. Is there a 3060 Super? No, I don't think so. Oops. That's fine. Also, one thing I wish is maps drop. Literally, I will take 3 points on my skill tree if it says maps drop identified. I literally would. I'm like, why do maps drop not identified? Like it's kind of whack. We all know we're gonna craft them anyways afterwards. Let's just. Oh yeah, this is a little bit of a bigger issue. I mean, big issue. Keep in mind, I love the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't play it. But this is a bigger video that I want to make about loot and what they could add. I don't know if that... I think I mentioned this anyways multiple times before. Ooh, I might have juiced this a little bit too much. I was pretty lucky there that I didn't die. But again, funny enough, this boss can just jump on me and I'm dead. Because it does like physical damage and I'm like physical damage reduction. Nothing. It's kind of fun. I actually don't know what Pantheon I use right now. Okay, maybe check that. I'm pretty sure I use Lunaris. I upgraded a few once by now. Because I did tier 17 maps and I think I went to Gorokan. You know, so enemies that hit me have reduced, reduced attack speed, so that kind of helps me. Unidentified is 10% quant and or rarity. I don't know what you mean by that. Can quickly do this. Well, this is useless. Next. No, I think unidentified could only work for if you corrupt it, right? I'm totally fine with that. If you risk it and you're like, well, you know, let me have one that goes for unidentified maps. And you love that, and your build can handle that. I'm totally fine with this. But I'm like, why though? Why do they need to drop? Because you still want to craft them, right? I doubt anyone cares about a blue unidentified tier 16 map. No one cares about that. Why? Just why? You. Also, it's insane how Bismuth just changes the lighting so much. It feels a little bit strange. Also, at some point, I think Bismuth looked very similar to Delirium. I had like a weird fog everywhere, and I'm like, wait a second, am I playing Delirium here? I am missing one part right here. I will go back. It costs a few seconds. Oh no, a few seconds, Daniel. Oh no. My loot per hour. Actually, I missed another one. 39 monsters. But again, it's not about how many you kill. It's how many you kill in what time. Right? You can kill 1,000 mobs. But if it takes you 5 minutes, then, you know, no thank you. Ooh, 2 altars already? Well, thank you, game. And again, if you reminder, if people are, I don't know, jumping in or just lurking, I am running, or I want to run 90 toxic sewer maps that I bought today, crafted, you know, 80% quant or something, and of course no reflect, that I wasn't dead. But also I have a very strict filter, so if you realize how the, bro, any loot, pause champ? No, because I don't like clicking stuff. I want to click divines, and the few, actually even maps are a questionable thing at this point to me. But I also hide gold, so if you're wondering why there is no gold on screen, that's on purpose, because I don't want to actually see gold. I don't like to click over to get gold. I wish it would just magically appear in my inventory. But it ain't. Yet. We'll see next week what they're gonna do with gold. Yeah, this is just personally not being a fan of gold in general. Is your pilfering ring looking like this? You wanna take a screenshot? I don't know. I think I got pretty lucky with the sacred orbs, right? 5 of them. And keep in mind, I got a lot. Dude, I sometimes get like 2, 3 divines now from my shipments. So I'm really happy about that. It's really nice passive income. Sheesh, 17 divines. And now imagine how many I got through, just, you know, through the league mechanic. I think that's a lot more. Yesterday, I think I got another divine just from my mappers. I love my mappers. Nope. Also, the reason why I play Toxic Sewers is because I don't want to wait for mobs to spawn. That's also why I'm not a fan of Harbinger. So, Searing Exile, just run, kill, let's go. I have 2, nice. But again, you know, that's what I mean with... If you run maps as fast as I am, kill as many mobs as I do. I can see that I might get... Oh, yeah, I got that one. I think that sells for like 10C or something. How much is Synthesis map now? Not that much. I haven't gotten that Cortex map. I haven't gotten that yet. I've gotten a few other maps, but not Cortex. Oh, hello. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I love just looking into a room, pressing R once, and everything dies. I love damage. There's like, just really tell me a build that does that. That's, to be honest, what is that, lightning strike, I think, is it, right? Lightning strike of something, like that transfigure gem that has a way to bounce off of walls. That looks very sick. That does look very cool, very smooth, and makes, I think, mapping a lot nicer. Oh, I think this is one of the rare maps which has reduced flask charges, I think. So rip that. That one is definitely much slower. Also, I hate these little domes on enemies. Wish I would be... wish I could deal chaos damage. Also, nope, I will not be doing Alva or any Major League mechanic, or sorry, any mission or master related stuff, because again, they usually drop nothing. It is extremely slow. It's usually fumbling around with a UI, and that's definitely not the thing I want. Also, rip my heckin' game. Holy heck, that's some... Wow, that's some frame rate drops. Good lord. I do have to say, Searing Exarch definitely eats away at your FPS. That's for sure. Oh, nope, don't care. Let's go. 48 monsters left. Oh well. Actually, let me check real quick. How much is that? 15C. That's fine. I know it's lots of those little things that with time, especially if we can bulk sell them, it's probably decent cash. I think Forbidden Tome is 30C, which is kind of... It's still funny how cheap Forbidden Tome is. I kind of love it. Like, if you bulk buy Forbidden Tomes for, like, a few divs, bro, you run, like, 3 out of your 10 Sanctums that you bought for 2 divs, and you're like, well, I made my money back. It's like, it's so good. Sanctum is amazing. I love Sanctum so much. But yeah, you really need a certain build to make it work. I for example, would never go into Toxic Sewer with this build. Like, I would be flattened in seconds. Not because of no defense, no, because I don't have enough damage to kill single target mobs. Waldo Puzzle Box. Hey, that's the first big drop after, what, 10 maps? And how long did it take us? 10 maps? 6 minutes or something? Nah, a little bit longer, but probably 15 minutes. There we go. 0 monsters. Ooh, nice. 0 monsters. That's nice. Oh yeah, I have to like put this here. Wait, where do I put this? Can I put... Oh, nice. I can actually put it in that. Wait, Waldo's puzzle box can be stacked? Huh. Okay. Good to know. This seems like a very tanky map. Enemies don't insta-die. At least some of them. Ah, well. You know, Headhunter will give me that extra damage that I want and need. Nope. By the way, anyone tried Affliction yet? Or the Wildwood? I did. It feels exactly the way it did during the League mechanic. During the League. Makes enemies way too strong and barely adds loot. Enjoy your 2 extra death an hour. Or map. Depends on your defense, that is. Yeah, it definitely isn't for me. It wasn't a thing in the League, and it isn't right now. Just too risky. After lasers buffed it? No. Should we go 620? Yeah. I like to go, like, I think around 200 less than the maximum. I think that's usually a safe spot. Oh, nice. I like how I can stun them. Literally stunned that mob. I think stunning Crucible mobs, you know, guys, Crucible mobs, I think that's pretty tough, right? Because they are tanky. I mean, again, you know, probably had like, what, 20 headhunter buffs give me damage. That's kind of still kind of neat if you spam the attack button and you literally see the enemy like being stunned to oblivion. It's kind of nice. Hi guys. Hi guys. Also, I don't know if this is just me not understanding my build. And by the way, this is just a literal copy from Crouching Tuna. More or less. Is sometimes you can see projectiles bounce off of walls. but I don't have Ricochet. I don't have that ascendancy, so I don't know if this might be just... I don't know what it is. I love it. Please keep it. But yeah, I don't know why it is that way sometimes. Oh, nice. Also, I'm still waiting for the time where the Atlas passive skill tree gives us the option to say beasts are instantly itemized. God, I wish. That is the moment where I will start farming beasts. Before that, hell no. Hell no, bro. Can I get the... Nope. How rare is the reflecting mist item? I actually wonder. Dude, if I run maps like this and I don't die, which is kind of rare to me, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm like hyper locked in. I'm actually getting quite good XP. I might actually get to level 98 if I continue doing this. Didn't expect that. I was like, well, I live at 97. This is my life now. But maybe. I mean, that's also the good part, right? If you kill enemies this quickly and you move this quickly from mob pack to mob pack, which is like 90% of an ARPG, yeah, you get some pretty good XP. There's that. Hi, guys. Oh, not our Kalguur. I like using the Val lightning arrow here, just to really kill the enemies, maybe that are behind some statues sometimes, right? Just to really make the entire room ultra deadly for the enemies. So the moment they spawn and they're targetable, they're dead. So the enemy instantly spawns next mobs. Speeds up the encounter. We haven't gotten a cigarette map in a while. Interesting. Maybe you do have to use... that would be interesting to try out. What if you buy super cheap scarabs that buff the map drops? Like 1C each per map, per scarab. Might be worth it, buying like 100 and then just doing a few maps. Just to get some data. Because the moment you start dropping cigarette maps or any map, that's... And you can sell... And you bulk sell them. That's some good cash. That's some actual good cash. Or you run them yourself. I might actually run a tier 17 map after this whole strat. You can do that. Again, it's not that difficult depending on the modifiers. Now that I have a better bow, speaking of cigarette map. But yeah, it just doesn't make cash, right? I just don't get cash out of it sometimes. So I think I pressed the player-related buff, which is bad. Player-related things when it comes to Searing Exarch are extremely deadly. I would highly recommend not doing it until you're an absolute Giga Chat. So definitely only choose minion-related things to get more bubblegum currency. "46 mobs. That's fine. Not the best. But also... Oopsie. But I also don't want to actually stick to that map a little bit longer because... it felt like it... I think it ruined my... I don't know what the player thing was. Coward! I'm sorry, Anev. But I think it was actually flask charge related because I suddenly had no flask charges anymore. Yep. But first, Verisium. Ha! Cheap map scarabs. Yeah, no. Aren't there a few? I don't know. I think some Titanic ones are also pretty cheap. There we go. Got Gotta check my movement a little bit, but it's not that deadly if you can just dodge the enemies. But it's a little bit scary, because I think they also do chaos damage, and I have like, what, minus 40 chaos res. By the way, I still have a Lyra. I think without a Lyra, I would my res would be even worse. It is, after all, a degen headhunter build. But I could, of course, fix it. I could just get rid of Death Rush and say, well, rip 30% movement speed while running maps. But I'm like, but that's all I do, right? I all run maps. I just run through areas and kill as many mobs as possible in a short time. So, why would I want to get rid of Death Rush? It's difficult. There are 4 map scarabs. 2 says they are 3C and then 1 is 10C. Well, that's not that bad, to be honest. Like if you think about it, for me it's always if the strategy makes me a lot of cash, or the minimum needs to make me cash, and if the minimum is you spent another 10C per map, ignoring the map itself. But let's say it's the map itself, so maybe it's 15C per map, and you get a single, like just a single tier 17 map out, guaranteed. You're good. You just snowball your cash, right? Then you bulk sell it, so you don't sell it instantly. So, of course, it would be better if you then don't instantly sell your tier 17 maps, so actually stick with them for a little bit and then bulk sell 10, 20 of them. And people will pay you good cash. Because keep in mind, if they have to go to you to get 20 maps and not to 20 different people, they'll pay more. That's bulk selling for you. That's just how Essence bulk selling works, right? Someone can go to you and they buy like 50 types of a certain essence. Well, of course they will happily pay more instead of having to go to 50 different people. But first you actually want. You were an angry Scourge mob. He was an angry boy. That was the map. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I'll have to look. It always, of course, depends on which it is. I think isn't it like... Isn't the one that says increased map drops per rare modifiers, something along those lines? Right? I don't know if that's really good, but maybe I should try that for the video. Maybe I'll do this offline tomorrow and test it out before I make a video on that. Because yeah, I don't know if I can do that because of time and everything. But I would love to have one strategy per league where I say, hey guys, this is the strategy to get a headhunter. Have fun. Of course, my strategies usually revolve around playing 80 hours in 2 weeks. That's just like not realistic for most players. So it's difficult. And I also don't want to like spread that strategies like, oh yeah, play more, get more. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But a lot of people, I think, just want to have a strat that is easy, fun, and easy, you know, and actually makes them a headhunter in a reasonable amount of time. One monster remaining. That was a 1:07. Dude, I feel like we're getting faster with every map. Dude, we're zooming. We're zooming, boys. Hell yeah. Love it. Oh, nice. Headhunter buff gave me more EHP. Yes, thank you very much. I'll happily take that. This feels like this map has Verizion. I don't know why. It just feels like it. Oh, I will be doing the... Should I also be doing the map boss, the Starfall Crater? You know, the Black Knight, the Verizion boss? Should I do that? I mean, it's not more cash. Well, technically is more cash because of the runes, right? I don't know if he can sell, like, if he drops a power rune, but if he does, good lord, that's a lot of cash. That's like 3 divs, right? Or is it more? How much is a power rune now? I feel like I'm talking way too fast. You okay, Danny? Yeah. I do need to be careful with talking too much, to be honest. I'm putting a lot of effort into my scripts, and I do speak my scripts out loud. And I have to say, my god, it actually strains my voice. It really does. Not for long, not for the entire day, but even right now I feel my voice being strained because I talk so much. 14C, I guess. I don't know what's better. Worm sign. Are you good? No? Okay, I like you. I don't know what boots you are, but I like your boots. By the way, that's I think the 4th nameless seer so far. Where do I put it though? Do I put it in here? Yeah, I don't know. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's like 15C. It's just a little bit. Often 2 power runes from like 5 of him. Really? Huh. I haven't gotten a single one of, from him. I only got it from, I think, the Admiral or something. But it's good to know that he does drop it, so I guess I will do it. I'll do it. Okay. Good to know. Those are pretty tanky rare mobs. Respect. Verisium. Let's stop at around 440? Yeah, something along those lines. Go. They're becoming pretty tanky now. The minions. Yep. Yup. Well, I made them this way. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Holy heck. Oh yeah, by the way, I also have an Enlighten now and have Haste, so I'm actually even faster. Oh. That also changed, so no more, what's it? No more cast when damage taken in Mortal Call, but a lot more oomph. Wow, they're tanky now. Holy heck. Wowee, okay, what the heck did I give them, man? Holy heck. Okay. Yeah, this is one of these maps where I'm like, is it actually worth staying here? Because keep in mind, you know, they will drop literally 0 loot. I know that. Because it's part of Exile. Greater Eldritch. What did I give them? 80... Oh, they have max res. Okay, well, that's a little bit annoying. So I think if they have max res, even me inverting their... yeah, there we go. Even me inverting their resistance doesn't do anything, I think. So it's one of those maps that it's not worth finishing. Ain't no way. Again.
Your pride demands.
See what I mean? Like, that's now the normal map experience. Like, is it worth staying in that map for like 5 more minutes to just kill a few trash mobs? Nah. Usually isn't. Fish? Time to make fish? Let's go. That's the Swede. Hell yeah. Swede makes fish. Swedish fish. Oh my god, Swedish fish! Let's go. I love it. Oh, also, I completely forgot to turn up the synthwave music. You can vibe to that, am I right? You can vibe to that. Sorry, hold up. Let me turn that on real fast. Can we lower this? That good? No, it's Norwegian salmon. I think I can actually get Norwegian fish at my local supermarket. I think I can. I think I read that it was Norwegian. I mean, if it's really, you know, like, or if it's like, well, technically it's the species, but it's technically bred in Austria. It's probably that. If that even is possible, but I mean, you can just simulate the same environment somehow, maybe. I don't know. Any fish experts in chat that know their stuff? Yeah. It's random chatter. Yes, I'm a fish expert with 49 years of experience. I'm 30 years old. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. The classic, you know. If you have this much experience at 30 years old, you're perfect for the job market, am I right? We want people that are 22 years old with 12 years experience. It's like, what? Hold on. That math doesn't check out. Yeah, I need someone who's 15 years old, wants to work, and has 6k hours in Path of Exile. Otherwise, get the heck out. That's my business. If I open one. Do you play Path of Exile? No, get out. Sorry, we can't play. We won't vibe. I'm sorry. You know, it won't work out. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just doesn't. But Daniel, no, please, I can. Nah, man, that's just. Also put on the playlist the shared in the music channel. Oh god, no. If you posted this with a paprika emoji, so no. Like hentai moan remix or something. God no. Is that actually a thing? You know what? It probably is. There's ASMR breathing sleeping girlfriend from London. I don't know. Like, what's that? If it exists, no. If you think about it, it exists on the internet. That's not rule 34. That's just a rule in general. I mean, maybe there's a rule of it. You know, that's actually the cool part about the. That's a cool part about the internet, guys. Have you heard about the internet? It's pretty sick. Sick place, bro. But that's what I noticed many years ago when I, you know, started getting into the internet, like 20 years ago or something, where I was like, huh. Literally anything that I think is on the internet because other people think the same. So it's pretty neat. Even if you think, well, there is no way someone would. No, there is. There is. Kind of the cool parts. You always find like people with the similar interests or hobbies. I think this might actually be a sick place for people that like build robots, right? They're like, wait, there is no way someone had the same problem that I had, and lo and behold, there probably are like 50 people discussing the same thing in some forum. I haven't actually checked how much gold I had. You can check that. I mean, we are not even halfway through. I mean, keep in mind, we're only streaming like an hour or so. But again, if you think about the average map is about, let's say, a minute 30, right? I have 90 maps. I have a calculator. You do the math. So it's like putting 2 and 2 together, which is, of course, 3. What? Didn't get a divine yet, though. Which is a real shame. I might have to make a Reddit post about ground loot being bad, and they also should buff gold. Sorry, I had to. A little dish against Reddit sometimes. Though I think Reddit is not that bad at the current moment. Like I regularly check in again. Like 2 or 3 years ago, it was definitely worse. But now it's, I think, kind of okay, right? Oh, there it is. There's a death. Rip my XP. More like XD, am I right? Ha! There's also one of these maps with reduced flask charges, so... well, that's gonna be a slow one. Oh my lord, please give me flask charges. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Woof. Woof. It's rough. Pepper Ridge Farm remembers Reddit Sundays? I have no idea. Pepper Ridge Farm? Reddit Sundays? You mean Reddit talk? I don't understand. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do this map. You know, let's just... I don't need to do every single map. Actually, you know what? For the sake of this stream... there you go. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. Something along those lines. Just got rid of all the maps with flask charges on it. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. Red Talk vids were on Sundays. Really? I feel like I did them many days in a row. Maybe I need to add flask charges to my regex. Because it really is annoying. It really is. It's like, oh, cool. This map is way worse because of it. Like, way worse. Like, so bad without flask charges. But it's only flask charges. It really is. If I have flask charges and I go zoom zoom and I have my defense and everything, it's like, it's all cool. But the moment it isn't there, insta-feel bad moment. And it's so noticeable. It's so noticeable. I was like wondering, are there really 50 mobs left? Are you sure about that game? No, there weren't. How much gold do I have? 281,000. I mean, if you think about, if you do tier 17 maps in about 4 minutes, you would have... You probably easily have over 1 million by now. Easily. Tier 17 maps just drop so much gold. Insane. It is kind of a, oh, you got a divine, perfect, now buy tier 17 maps, run them, and get your gold for the day. That's pretty much what I thought right now. If you want to keep up with the gold cost of your town and everything. Kind of want to like reinvest your money or the tier 17 maps that you find and instantly use them. If you can, of course, run them, which is like, most people can't. It might happen that I actually make a new build next week. I'm thinking about it because, you know, this is fun and I could probably get a Mage Blood with this, but it's also like I am starting to like lose the flavor, you know, because Mage Blood is really far away. Why do I need even a Mage Blood? You know, it's like, yeah, doesn't feel as fun, as good. So I'm thinking about it. Doing a new build. The thing is, I can't really play... The build I have in mind can't really do any content beside the one I do right now. That's the other thing. So... Is there really a use case for it? And in my video, I will discuss also the problem with gold and how it's collected, so... That makes it even worse for me. Like, what build do I want to play? Well, kind of this one, but I already played this one for like 80 plus hours in 2 weeks, so... Becomes pretty difficult to just choose different builds and different strats. Because different strats probably require different maps. And that also doesn't work. I'm only having my... Wait. Miners, smelters, farmers, and shippers. I have everything. I have everything active all the time. And if they have nothing else to do, then... You know, then they have nothing else to do. Like right now, when I don't give them their gold. But that's only for the sake of the stream. Oh no, he hit it! He hit it once. He hit it a single time. I can probably play Toxic Sewer even without the minimap at this point. Like, I mean, it does have some... It is fairly randomized. Oh, no, forgot the Pandemonium Sentinel. To be honest, the Sentinels are also kind of useless. Like, who cares, really? Sometimes. I think the Pandemonium one and the Apex one just doesn't work in this kind of map. It would totally work in Strand or something when it's large, or if you have, for example, Legion and you juice them up, but otherwise it's like, yeah. I don't know. The red one is kind of okay. But at the rate I'm killing mobs, it can't even sometimes keep up. Oh. Might. But yeah, for people who might be checking in, we're doing 90 Toxic Sewer maps. Pretty much all can go to a degree. No leak content, just lots of scarabs or scarab drops, hopefully. And blasting and see what we can make in that amount of time. Of course, keep in mind, this is with a Deadeye build, which is barely fast. And also an extremely strict filter. So there is that. Oh, well. Oh, nice. Thank you, video game, for this. I love that. Best shrine buff from the Sentinel. There it is. Oh, calcification, is it? How much is that? That's nice. 60C, which sounded like a div, but it's fine. So I thought it is a div, you know, but it isn't. Now a cigarette map. Now that's what I like to see. Two stack decks. Oh my god, I'm rich! I remember when I farmed stack decks, or so many stack decks with Legion and sold it. God, it was sick. I remember when they were worth money. And now it's like 2C each or something, and I'm like, do I really want to have them on my filter? Yeah. Oh, also, I've pretty much blocked all the content but Harvest and Ultimatum, and I don't do them. I just have them so they actually drop in, so the scarabs actually drop. Change the T17 drop sound to a divine sound. True! But no. I like actually having it. Just keeping it the way Neversink does it. I'm like, it's fine. I wish there would be an easy way to say, hey, you know, can you show me items that have the best, like, very popular modifiers? Maybe that is a project he's gonna do at some point. Because you kind of want a filter that also filters out bad rare items that are identified because of the current league mechanic, right? Because the items you get are identified, so you can actually sort out the good items if you care about it. I don't, cause no. Don't want to fumble around with the filter, and I'm also not gonna manually look through it. That's also one of the reasons why I don't want to do Ritual, because it's like, yeah, a big moneymaker there is to have, you know, the good items. And I'm like, do I really want to look after every single map, look through a bunch of wands and scepters and... No. That's why I can't run it. There's so much content nowadays that I really can't run, because there's so many, like, things that I truly don't like about that league mechanic. Or the types of builds that I play can't handle it. Which is also a shame, of course. Which is partially on my end, but it's also like, well... Oh well. There's always a give and take, you know, with certain builds, with certain maps. And now with gold, being another kind of layer on to that issue. So now I'm like mega locked in on what I can do or can't do. I mean, can't do is like... Keep in mind, I love the game, otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. But yeah, there are like so many things that I wish they could do, but again, maybe we will do something in that sense in the future. I mean, the amount of changes they're doing, finally doing melee or something, that's kind of insane, right? So we'll see. Maybe there is another big patch next league, which is, by the way, like 16 weeks into the future. I mean, no, sorry, wait. This is the first league they will do 3 weeks again, am I right? Sorry, 3-month league. For sure. They will not do another 4-month league, right? No. No, they should definitely take their time if they need to. Better get good maps like this than bad ones that are just completely buggy and have to be like... require 3 reworks in the first 3 days. Oh, right. So you don't have mappers, Shaggy. Is that what I understand? But why though? Money? I mean, mappers do cost a lot. That's true. I think mappers might actually be the most expensive ones. Shipment is also pretty expensive. But I think mappers are quite a bit higher. Because technically, they are the ones that make you money, am I right? Like, everything else is just getting you to that money. Like a step in between. But mappers and shipment is the way to make cash. That's where you get your divines and mirrors and, you know, like the casual stuff. Everyone gets a mirror every league. I mean, that's a joke. No, you get a mirror if you want it. True, I just have to play more than 80 hours in 2 weeks. Or just do Sanctum an entire league and get your mirror and then log off. Or an original scripture. That would also, I think, do it. Wait, how much is an original scripture? That probably comes... Well, I don't think it's a mirror, but it probably is nearly the price of a Mage Blood. I can imagine that. I can definitely see that. I mean, I ran a lot of... For me, a lot of Sanctums, and I didn't get a single one, so it has to be... It has to be up there. It has to be. Also, another thing to, you know, suck off Sanctum a little bit more. God, I love the XP in Sanctum. It's so heckin' sick. Sanctum is just sick in general, in my opinion. Sanctum has a lot of, like, positives compared to this thing that I do right now, you know. So maybe I should do the one build that I have in mind and do Sanctum and see how it is. Okay, we'll do one Harbinger. See, it doesn't do anything. See, oh my god, please. That's why I don't like Harbingers. It takes so heckin' long to do their thing. I mean, of course, this is without the modifier, because isn't there one modifier that says it spawns faster? Oh, there it is. Harbingers in your maps have 60% increased cooldown recovery rate. So yeah, they spawn faster, but even that is sometimes not fast enough. Because I think it's not the cooldown of the ability, it's also their AI that is just sometimes just, oh, let me walk around it a little bit. I'm like, no, why? Just why? Stop. Imagine if we wouldn't have died twice. No, wait, how many times did we die? 3 times? Quite a few times. Oh, wow. Chaos Orb. I love me a Chaos Orb. I might literally turn off Chaos Orbs after the stream. I might do it. No, Daniel, no! Sorry, guys. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. To save my hand. And maybe I actually turn off maps in general. Just turn off everything. I mean, the crazy part is, that's the weirdest part. I think you can turn all this off and still make enough cash to probably bulk buy maps, like the cheapest ones, which is, I think, Cemetery, by the way. Or one of it is Cemetery. And I was like, okay, let me buy a bunch of cemeteries, then throw them at my mappers, and then they'll just let them run all the cemetery maps, and I just buy my own maps. That might be a thing I do in the future. Which is a little bit of a shame, because I remember last league when you can just have too many maps of the one map you want, right? But they changed that, maybe. Bit of a shame. It technically makes maps worth more. But it's also just... Like, I can't imagine... Now I can't imagine playing this game in SSF. If I can't even, like, have the same maps over and over. Or maybe my strategy's bad. Dude, bad strategy. Bad streamer. No. Four Chaos Orbs. By the way, Shaggy, you're still playing that Retaliation build? Wait, how did you get your Void Stones now? Did you just pay someone to help you, or what did you do? No, I got them on my own. Nice. Oh, I am Arakali. Wait, let me actually change to Lunaris so I'm actually a bit faster. Maybe that's better. Wait, what else do I have? Aberrath. Yeah, I kind of need Aberrath. You really need Aberrath unless you have some crazy... yeah, I don't know. Unless you're just safer. Like, you're just tanky in general. But also tanky against degen. Wait, how was the Maven fight then? Aruba Elder. How was that? That must have been... Was that easy, or was that more like, well, took me 40 minutes, but I did it? Which I guess, you know, it's... I respect it, to be honest. It's the thing, you know, I probably could make cash at the beginning of a league and just tell someone, yo, do it for me, bro. But I'm like, no, this is my build. I will do my voids myself. It's kind of like the minimum I want from my build. Otherwise, bad build. Play something else. Ooh, Horned Scarab of Bloodlines. Bloodlines. Am I louder now, or am I okay? Hope I'm not... Well, I hope I'm not louder, to be honest. Because if I'm louder, it reduced the volume of my microphone again. Sadly happens. I actually did a recording, and in the middle of the recording, I realized, oh wait, I didn't check the volume of my mic, and it actually was lower. So in the middle of the recording, I just turned the volume up, which is pretty bad. Makes editing a bit more annoying. Not that big of a deal. If the white balance would change, which I think shouldn't happen with this camera, because I set it up that way. Well, no, maybe it does actually change. I'm not quite sure. No, I think it does. It's my fault. Because I think I have it on auto. Yeah, true. That can be annoying. But that's why I like to not record over multiple hours. Or maybe record on usually the same time when I know it's good. Usually midday. You know, anything like from early in the morning to 1, 2 p.m. is like a really great time. Because the sun is up, lots of light comes from outside. Just good stuff. The more light, the better, am I right? Am I right, gamers? No. People have their blinds closed right now. It's like, no, we hate light. We're gamers, guys. And no, it did not take that long. I think maybe it took like 5 to 10 minutes, and Elder were like 5. Nice! That's actually really good. Yeah, it definitely took me a lot longer. What was it? 12 minutes, I think? For me? Well, sorry. Maven took me, I think, 12 minutes in total. And I don't know what Uber Elder was. I showed the clip last stream. I can't remember, though. Hey! They're fully leveled, guys. Should I... They are fully leveled. I should technically use them now. Maybe I'll just buy... I don't know how I should, like, budget this. Is this in the budget now? Like, what if the mark on hit becomes a 21 mark on hit? Like, that's money. On the other side, I want my own 21. I want it myself. Holy, the gate just teleported me. Hey, another nameless seer. Just to, you know, just to annoy Shaggy. Yo, Shaggy, look! But it did not feel long. That's good. Therefore, slower. I know, man, dude. A Niv! Stop! I'm sorry. Yes, I know I'm slow. What do we have? Oh, Ikiaho's Promise! Mark of the Red Covenant. I think Heatshiv is probably the most... Ooh, I like Axiom Perpetuum. For the memes, let's go. Are mobs dead? Nope. Well, there are a few more. Hold up. Perfect. Okay, we gotta go. My planet needs me. Another Seer SMH, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, you get a Valdo puzzle box the moment you started watching the stream. And now I'm just stealing all the Seers from you. Also, I'm pretty sure I now put a Toxic Sewer map in here. There it is. Okay. No, that's a Reflect map. Don't do that. Even though I have awakened elemental damage with attack support on both my things. Wait, I have one here and I have one here. Literally, the Frenzy, if it hits an enemy, I'm dead. I'm literally insta-death, so I don't know why I even have it. It's like, kind of waste of cash, to be honest. Unless I get rid of Frenzy, but then I don't have Frenzy charge generation. So that's bad. I do like me Frenzy charges. I do like me some Frenzy charges. And I'm so glad I have the Endurance charges in the build. Thanks to the Lethal Pride. That's so good. Oh, you know what I also need to buy? And that's probably a little bit... It's quite expensive. I'm not going to do this right now during the challenge, like to see how much money would make. But I want that tattoo that gives me chance to blind enemies. That's sick. It's actually a good amount of defense there. If I just blind the enemies with my hits. Yeah. But that is probably a few divines per tattoo. And I think I want like 2, 3. Like 15%, I think that's a good amount. Like 15% chance to blind the enemy on hit. And you see how many times I hit. A lot. Or at least, if I don't insta-kill the enemy, there's a chance that the rare mob is blinded. And if it isn't, I hit it again. Then there's a really high chance it's blinded. And if it still isn't, well, you know, I'm lucky. You know, I should just move my ass away from it. Just standing there while the rare mob comes closer and closer. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. And then it hits me like, ooh, and I'm dead. And I'm like, what? No. How could I have done something? Move. I feel like I'm sounding like the video of Madvocat who made like the Flash videos, you know, of the first 4 seasons. He's like, move, 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 move. And the Flash just stands there. God, the Flash series is... God, it's hot garbage. There it is. I knew. I was a little bit unfocused. God, where are my FPS, bro? Any FPS in chat? Dude, Daniel, get a better PC, dude. Yeah, we talked about this on Discord. I am thinking about it. Whoopsies. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with my PC right now, though. I could sell it? Yeah, I could sell it, man. But I don't know, would anyone buy this PC that I have right now? I mean, maybe parts of it. I can see that. I'm sorry, Shaggy, there's another nameless seer. Ooh, Impulsa. I like Impulsa. Oh, 1,000 Ribbons. That's the good one, right? What the fuck? I'm sorry. You know what? Let's get 1,000 Ribbons. Maybe I can 6-link it offline and then just, you know, slap it in the guild stash. Oops. What the fuck? I love that. I love that cat so much. It's such a good It's so good. What the fuck? I don't know why. Like, cat emotes are just the funniest thing ever. I think it's the... I don't know what brings me more joy than funny cat emotes. That's... Well, The Office, to be honest. The Office is pretty high up there. Oh, The Office is obviously better. For as a joke, I was thinking, okay, guys, how should I continue living my life knowing I can't delete all my memories for The Office and watch it again, as if I would watch it for the first time? How do I continue living now? Sounds so morbid. No, it's just such a good show. You kind of want to delete your memory and watch it again. It's so good. I'm really happy about that. Actually, I'm really happy I watched it finally after all those years. It's kind of... It's, what, 15 years old now? 20 years old? I think it's going to be 20 years old, I think. It's also so cool to see the show like change as more and more people have... I think the first 2 seasons, they didn't have a phone. Or it's very uncommon to have a phone. Then they had a normal phone. Then you see them having flip phones. And then you start to see them having an iPhone or a smart... Like, and I'm like, oh my god, you can literally see time passing through the series. And technology advancing. It's also funny, I think I think Aaron also got an iMac, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I had an iMac around that time. I remember buying that myself. That was the first PC I actually ever had, was an iMac. I bought that with my own cash. And then I got a disgusting Windows PC. Ew. And you know why? Because I wanted to play Terraria. Not even a meme. Genuinely the reason. Genuinely the reason. Oh, not a forbidden tome. Nice. What? It's in a guild stash. And give you an Omen of Jeweler for 6 sockets. For 6 sockets? Oh, that's... I guess, sure. I mean... maximum sockets. I mean, that's the least amount of thing, but thanks. Okay. Wait. What is it? Hello, where is it? I'm blind. Sorry, that was probably loud. What? I'll put that in here now for now. There you go. So I can easily find it again. Oh. I think we're halfway through. Actually, more than halfway. I think. Through the 90 maps. Oh, you know what's also really cool? Because I haven't given Kingsmarch any gold, we can actually see how much ore I found in that amount of time in 90 maps. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Yeah. And you can then roughly calculate maybe how many divines you get. Because if you do lots of small shipments, which helped me a lot. Well, small. I think I still do like 500,000 shipment value. And just, you know, Verisium, some, I think, blue Xanthium, I don't know how much dust, and then just, you know, ship it off to Kingsmarch or whatever, or Ribbonfell, and there you go. Here comes a divine, usually. I'm really glad about these orbs. Holy heck. Oh, nice. Whoa. Yeah, made them pretty tanky right there. Again, the minions were pretty chonky. All your jewels into more fusing. True! Oh, it's these guys. Yeah. I understand why I died. It's not reflect. It's, if you don't instantly kill these, the little horse enemies, whatever they are, you're dead. Like, I made the mistake of going close to them, triggering them. They triggered, I didn't kill them, or at least not the one behind it. Walked away from it and walked straight back into their attacks and died. That's very common with these enemies. They're very strong. It's my mistake, you know, just... Again, you never walk backwards, that's the thing. Rule number 1 in PoE. You never walk backwards. Always forward. Rule number 1. Rule number 2. Stop picking up everything. Welcome. Nice. There you go. 0 monsters remaining. Cleaned out that area. Say that to the one quest in Act 2, you have to go back to Act 1. Also, what F have you made into a... I don't know, I just saw that emote and I was like, that's kind of funny. Also, what is that emote called? I don't even know. It's funny, dude. It's hee funny. Tee. Well, what the heck was that sparkle effect there? That could have probably killed me if it attacked me, but thankfully, quite a lot of evasion now. Actually, buying 21 gems of like grace and haste and anger is fairly cheap. I like that. Where but small. I mean, you had a little Keck W's moment, so you know it's good. Have a mill gold. Oh boy. Oh boy. That lasts me about half a day. Maybe half a day. Nah. Definitely lasts me longer. But still, 500,000 gold isn't even a lot anymore. If you have your town fully active, let everyone work. Bad Scourge mob. Bad Scourge mob. I think Orichalcum is kind of like the worst one. Because just of the statues in between. Cam died at mom, I'm scared. What? Cam died? Hold up. Hold the flippin' phone. What? Andy? Hey. Ah. Work. Oh, but it probably reset. Oh my god, it reset everything. Hold up. Where am I? That good? Strange. Strange. Yo, the posters are back. Yes. That cat. Sorry about that. Unsure what that was all about. Might have to check the camera. I have a feeling why. It might be too hot for it. It might be actually too hot. If I have the thing on it. A little blend. Even though I literally have the AC. Well, technically the AC isn't blowing literally on it, so. But as long as I'm visible to the human eye, all is good, right? No, Daniel, please. It was so nice without camera. Please turn it off. What? What? What the fuck? Oh, nice. There we go.
Productive.
Oh, thanks, Stream Elements. Much appreciated. Why am I seeing Stream Elements, by the way? Why? Why is that a thing? Post your favorite number, and it has to be at least 12 characters long. So we can push Stream Elements away from chat. That's the 24 numbers. It's a long number, but I'm pretty sure you have a favorite number that is 24 digits long, right? Everyone has that. 420, 69, 420, 69, 420. That's a lot of projectiles. You know what I do miss a little bit with this build now? Is... Oh my god, an Exalted Orb! Holy heck. Sorry. I do miss Blood Rage a little bit. I did have to get rid of Blood Rage. It's nice not having to press it every single time I open the gosh darn map. But I do notice that I have a little bit less recovery. That is definitely noticeable. Yo, I got another nameless here, Shaggy. How are you doing today? 3.14. Nice. Do I go for the Voidbringer? I don't know what's good. I do like that shield. That's such a cool looking shield. Oh, I just realized there's a massive heckin' spider on it, right? Sure, I'll take it. Even though I think I already have it. It was just earth-shattering in game physics. Waiting for food and reading. No, you gotta grind. Grind all day, every day, 24/7. There is no pause. There is no like, oh, I'm taking a little... No, you grind. I'm kidding, by the way. Don't do this. But, you know, Shaggy, that's okay. I'm okay with it. As long as I also get some food. If is it a kebab? Is it a pizza? Is it, what else can you eat? I know what you can eat out. You're welcome. What were we talking about? Food. Yes, give me food. No, I'm good, actually. Made a pretty big... Yeah, cigarette! But, by the way... No, cigarette is a map, alright? For a second, I thought cigarette is a currency item, which would make no sense. I mean, Waldo's box is a currency item, which also makes no heckin' sense. But yeah, what else would it be? What else could a Waldo box be? It's not a fragment. It's not a fragment of something. Salmon and rice. Kind of boring, but sure. I'll eat it. I will eat a little bit of it. That's fine. Whee! I love spell echo or attack echo. It's so funny. It's actually funnier even with a attack-based build. Because if you already have like a lot of damage and you have that thing, it's just disgustingly strong. Oh yeah, I do have to say, at the beginning of the league, to get my Headhunter, I did do a lot of Shrine and Strongbox. Like that was my main thing. And I think it is actually worth doing Strongboxes just semi-casually in tier 16 maps. So you don't even use the Scarab, you only use the cheap Scarabs. You know, it's like, hey, you can open them again and increase the effective potency of Strongboxes, stuff like that. And then you take the ambush option on the map device, and that's pretty much it. That was literally my strat for thing, like pretty much until maybe my Headhunter, something along those lines. Yeah. I got another nameless here, Shaggy. I have literally no idea what's happening today. Fucking what? I don't know. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's like, it feels like... by the way, I have no idea what I just grabbed. Oh, Ashram, yeah. Usually it's just trash uniques anyways. Until that one Mage Blood, and then it was all worth it, guys. Checking a billion nameless seers. Yeah, sure. Totally poggers, dude. I'm pogging so hard right now. Alright, so those are all the last Toxic Sewer maps that I have to do. You know, I'm legally obliged to do it. You can oblige these that follow button. Got him. Yes. What? I have no idea. What are we talking about? Yes, nameless seer. Shaggy's molding, dude. He's molding. He's gonna mold a little bit less after he had some food, but currently he's molding. I've gotten 0 of them since I scried Crimson Township in Racecourse. I think the problem with Racecourse, I love Racecourse. Before gold. Gotta make that video. The thing is, isn't it one of the few maps with the absolute worst amount of mobs in it? So you're literally screwing yourself over. Because Nameless Seer spawns from mobs, right? So the more mobs you kill, the higher the chance, right? And you see how many mobs I kill. Well, actually I haven't. Let me check it once, sorry. Maybe I should give you all that data, just so you know roughly what I'm doing. I haven't checked. What is it? Monsters killed or monsters or... Nice. Two of the same in a row. Nice. Let me check. So we have slash killed. No, slash monsters? No, slash kills. Yeah. 1,446,308. Okay, let's do one map. A single map. And then let's see how many mobs are in that map. Roughly. Well, there's only one map. There's not the average. This is just like... That one map had this much, but... I think it's pretty much the average. Like, these maps don't change drastically, you know. Well, unless I spawn a lot more alphas, but... Depends on pack size. Yeah, true, but it's fairly similar, maybe, right? Well, Harbinger definitely adds more, so let's not kill those Harbinger mobs. That changes stuff. Okay, this is... Again, it's just so you roughly know what's happening in my maps. So if you're like, oh, okay, well, he kills 2,000 mobs per map and I kill 1,000, well, I have to do, like, twice the maps in half the time, which isn't possible. Otherwise, I have, like, 800% movement speed. Maybe I should count how often I get a Nameless Seer now. Just for the video, just for the memes. So I have a Nameless Seer, like, every 6 maps, and it's like, wait, what? This will be the day Shaggy unsubs. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm mad. So 22 monsters left. Let's grab those. There we go. Boom, boom. Wait, nope. Nope. Stop killing them. Stop. Okay. Slash kills. So now I have... Someone do the math. Okay, I'm gonna do the math myself. 1,447,722 minus 1,446,308. 1,414 mobs, if my math is correct. That's how many mobs I have in that map. I don't know what the pack size was, but there you go. Easily over 1,000 mobs, which seems like the average. Because I usually hit, if I'm fast, I usually had you know, the rampage stops at 1,000. That's what I usually had, if I was fast enough. You know, it didn't die and stuff like this. Oh, discernment, nice. That's some money. Reaver sword. Essence. I don't even know if I check my essence tab. Like on the Wealthy Exile on the trade web, not trade website, but on the Wealthy Exile website. I don't even know if I checked that. Maybe, probably. I don't know. I think I check everything but the unique tab. Yeah, after watching you for 11 years, I'm finally done. No! Oh, I should have probably cleared my inventory. Oh well. Let's see what we get. Yep. I should have definitely checked my inventory. Yep. I think the spawn locations of these mobs is always a little bit strange. Like, guys, thank you. Like, either it's right next to it or, like, across the room. Like, I don't know. Could have maybe done with a little bit more work, but other than that, it's not that big of a deal. It's 1 out of 5 different possibilities, so you don't encounter it too much. Heck. Goodbye, Reaver Sword. Have a nice day. Bye. Holy heck, suddenly I couldn't attack. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab new mark on hit. My bad. Wait, gotta do that in a second. Not waste all this XP that I'm getting. Well, to be honest, 3 years. Oh, I forgot the nameless here. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just saying it just to make Shaggy mad. He's like, what? Another one? How? So I'm not gonna count them towards the towards this whole thing. But again, keep in mind if you level things in your offhand. I'm gonna do mark on hit again. It's fine. It is extra money that you can make once in a while. And I made quite a few divines just selling Flicker Strike level 21 as mentioned. It's not super common, but I think sometimes out of 6 I make... I val every single one of them, right? After I put 20 quality on them. And I think 2 out of 6 turn into level 21s. So that's 4 div that is just passive income, right? Because it's just in the background, and if I just kill... There you go. Just kill a few. It's a little bit annoying how you have to... Well done, video game. That was damage over time. Rip my XP. So, speaking of level 98, that ain't happening. There's no auto leveling, sadly, of the gems, but hey, maybe they change this in the next time, you know? Who knows? There's so many like quality of life things that we thought they would never do, and then they did. So at this point, I don't even know what GGG will or won't do anymore, which is good. You know, that just means they're very open to changing things and experimenting and giving the players what they want and doing less. Doing things that the player base asks them to do. Not everything, of course, you know, it's just like, oh, I want the divine orb. Every map, lol, haha. For that, you have to play a Flick Streak. No, to be honest. You should have... Oh, Jesus Christ. You should have played last league, bro. Last league, T17's barrels, my god. The amount of divines I picked up there. Holy heck. That was a beautiful thing. Sadly, that's dead. That is sadly dead. That's Strat. Sad. Oh well. I'm still trying to figure out like a good strat that is somewhat cheap to do. But the average player can do it. Oh, sorry. And believe me, I have found nothing. Besides literally just tier 16 and go. It's really rough finding something that is... just isn't uber annoying to do. Requires certain maps that I don't want to do. Because of the whole gold issue. That is very specific to me. It's really rough. It's really rough. And I also don't want to recommend it to someone. Because if I don't like it, I won't recommend it. Actually, oh man, I didn't look how many... Oh, wait, I can. After we're done with this, I would love to look how many tier 17 maps I dropped. Because I ran like 90 plus Toxic Sewer. It'd be interesting to know that number. Stop. Hi guys. Oh, now you give me the Chaos Orb drop per minion at the very end. That's fine. Just a few more. Just a few Chaos Orbs. It really doesn't matter. Again, if you think about, oh my god, I get like 12 Chaos Orbs per map because of Searing Exile, it's like, yeah, but you need like... How many maps is that to get a Divine? How much time does this take you to go through the map and pick all this out? It's like... Chaos Orbs have become very meh. Well, keep in mind, this is all if you make multiple Divines and just all that jazz. And probably have played the game for so many hours. The game definitely changes as you play more. Like the more you learn, the more you do in the game. The game definitely changes. Not the game changes, but your relationship to the game changes. That's for sure. It's kind of interesting. Nice. 0 monsters. Clean. Very clean. Oh. Oops. Man, maybe someday I will just make a super... Actually, I do have a super zoomy build. I made... If I didn't delete it. I had the Pathfinder that, you know, was actually the heist runner. That was super fast. The thing is, it doesn't kill mobs as I run. Not that that's necessary, but maybe at some point I will just go in standard and just say, okay, give me 6,000 terrace maps, and I just run through them to get the... What's it called? The hideout. Because the terrace hideout looks beautiful, but I think it's an extremely rare hideout. Sir, I think you're filled. Well, that's Mana Siphoner for you. Mana Siphoner is a B word. Or you're standing in it. Rip. There goes all the XP that I got. Can I get to my... Thank you. Anything down there? And as you can see, I don't even see shards. Again, like... for people who might be checking in, we are doing 90 Toxic Sewer maps with an extremely strict filter, gold turned off, because I don't like picking up gold. I just kind of like it to be passive, not active. I don't want to run over to gold to pick it up, because at that point it's a click. I don't like to click a lot. With the Deadeye build, it is like easily over 200 divs by now. But again, I did this whole thing before the Headhunter and before a 60 div bow. So this is easily possible. The only thing that you kind of want is, of course, to... well, speed. Right? Speed matters in this strat. The more speed you have, the faster you can run maps. And potentially, the more monsters you kill and the more loot you can get. This is partially just to see how... well, what's the diff per hour, potentially, even if that doesn't really matter, because it's always fun per hour. That's the most important part, but for me, the more diff, the more fun I have, so... that equals the other. But also maybe what interesting items you can find. And of course, how much gold we can get. So currently I'm at 629,000. After I don't know how many maps we did so far. I didn't count. I truly didn't count. I think it was 96 in the map tab or something. I don't know. That's why I say 90 plus. I'm not 100% sure. So I could have counted it, but it was 5 seconds before the stream to get everything ready. So sorry for that. It's kind of crazy. We haven't found a Divine Orb yet. But a Valdo's Puzzle Box. And an Exalt, which technically is, in my mind, is a Divine. In my heart, it's a Divine. It is. No, but Daniel, technically, no, it's in my heart. But you don't have one. Yeah, I know. That's the issue. Nice. Didn't even die. Easy clap. Am I right? Easy clap. Also, I really should become immune to corrupted blood. I really should. Maybe I'll spend a few divines on something and just say, okay, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. Come on. Can't click the Chaos Orb. Imagine there's an elusive Chaos Orb. If you click it, it just moves away from you. That would be toxic. That would be the ultimate April Fool's joke. Oh my god. Imagine. You're like, oh, there's a Chaos Orb. You click and then it moves away. And then you go after it. I think it's... Again, it moves away. And you're like, oh my god. Please. Give me. Loot Goblin Chaos Orb? Yes. That would be interesting if they're gonna maybe add that. You think they want the Loot Goblins? I mean, they probably... Well, maybe they didn't want this with currency, which is fair. But now that we have gold, why not? Right? Maybe it's time. Oh, that's a tanky map. Mobs are way stronger here. Oh, is it also one of those maps that has flask charges? It feels like it has the flask charges thing, where I get less flask charges. I don't know. I deleted all of those. Literally. You could have re-rolled them. Yeah, but I was kind of like, nah, never mind. Again, it's 6 maps. Or how many did I sell? 7, 8? I don't know. A few. So maybe it's 85 maps, technically. I don't know. There it is. Dude, the moment since Spyro posted that meme of like streamers be like, there it is. Since then, I can't actually say it anymore and just think of it. It's so bad. I now have it constantly in my head every time I say it. It's just a very common thing to say, right? When you realize something or when you see something. It's like, oh, you point to it and say, there it is. But now it's like, ah. Get out of my head. Bismuth, my beloved. Ooh. Harbinger, Scarab of Regency. Is it Regency? Regency? No, it's Regency. The English language, am I right, gamers? SMH. What the tornado doing? I really have to bring a few friends into PoE. Seriously. Like, I really have to bring them in. Like, somehow. It's just such a good game. There's nothing like PoE. And hearing them just not playing any good games, I'm like, my god, please. Nah, it's like super subjective, right? But I'm like, I know you will probably have a lot of fun playing Path of Exile. Please, play it. Please, I'm begging you. Don't, of course, have to, like, no-life it for 3 months. Good lord. Like, sometime. Because Austrian is so much better. What? Yes, I am Austrian. Wait, how did you know? Oh my god. He hacked me, guys. He's a hacker. Are you the hacker known as Forge? Hey, Danny, how many Kid Bogovics did you watch in the last 2 weeks? Too many. I'm on a binge again, okay? I go on the More Kid Boga channel. I click on the uploads, and then I click play all. And then it just plays that. Nah, I don't do that. All the time. Yo, and an Exalted Orb, which should have been a Divine Orb, I swear to God. Ah. That was close. Your pride. Keep in mind, if you accept a little bit, like maybe taking 45 seconds longer and maybe doing also harvest, you probably get a little bit more cash. Keep that in mind, right? But for me, it's just not worth it. Even going into harvest, clicking the buttons that are so small on screen, like literally triple their size, in my opinion. God, I wish you could have a UI scaling in this game. Make everything ginormous that's clickable in a map. Because I'm blind and I have a lazy eye. Yeah, the risk is that you actually then die, right? And then you're like, oh man, was this really worth it going into harvest and dying and not even getting my stuff, and now I have to get back in and have to then hopefully don't die again. It's like, there's always risk with everything. And for me, that risk is just never worth it with this build. Like, I would need a build that is nearly unkillable, does a billion DPS, and then I'm like, cool, I don't care. But that's not the builds I usually play. Oh, and they have to be fast. So literally everything. So it's pretty much like a 10 mirror build that I'll never play because I don't have the cash. Hacker now, totally not part of the siege one. Tried to bring a friend, he got lost in the beach. Oof. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their you know, some people are super good, period. No, some people have issues, or let's see it from the positive side. Some people like to just play 3D games and they understand the layout instantaneously. But the moment they have a 2D game, they're absolutely lost in the sauce. And that might be, and then you have maybe the ARPG games, which are isometric, and they're like, yeah, I'm lost, bro. I don't know where to go anymore. So I can see that But that is an issue potentially for some people, that's for sure. Like Metroidvanias, for example, it's just the 2D maze technically, more or less. Or it feels like a maze because you have like no idea where to go, because well, it's a brand new map. And not like in Path of Exile where you just go in and it's randomized. Well, yeah, but it's also smaller, right? It's a smaller-ish area. You have quest markers where to go and everything, so. Always, by the way, always keep your distance a little bit to the spawn with those amber trees, because those enemies do hurt. They can maybe hit you once, have some sort of AoE, explosion, whatever. So, you know, take a step back. Take a step back, just FYI. I sometimes just stood very close to them and then just got blasted, and I'm like, why? Why? How did I die, bro? Not that you then figure out how you died, but, you know, it's... If I stand right next to the amber tree or close to the enemies, well, probably one of them maybe had some weird modifier explosion with me, I guess. It's interesting to see that Reddit posted another one of these. We need a combat log in this game. It's impossible to know what's going on. Bro, I feel like the game explodes if you have a combat log. Imagine. Literally every interaction that happens every second, bro. Look, do you see the gameplay right now on screen? How many interactions are there right now? Bruh. And then people bitch about the performance. You're gonna make the performance worse, I tell that. Unless it's on the server side. You could technically have the server do that. But I feel like that's also not cool for the developers. They're like, oh god. We have to do this for like 100k plus players every second, every interaction, and log it. That sounds great. That's what I'm also always so surprised with PoE. Like, their server costs must be like over 9,000. It's insane, probably. But they still allow us to constantly play. There is no break. There is no pause. There is no like, sorry, you only have 10 maps an hour or some stuff like this, right? Like most mobile games. You can play 24/7 the most juiced maps out of your mind all the time, with thousands of monsters, with builds that literally have your PC implode. Yeah, no. That's, I guess, their business model, right? They just deal with that. No other developer would be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Or imagine EA would have to do that. Dude, if EA had that in any of their game, I'm 90% sure they would instantly lock that down. They're like, excuse you, what are our server costs? For how many players that make us how much money? Nah, fix it. Which literally probably, like, stops the fun. But they don't care about that. They're like, does it make us money? No. Well, nerf it. That's, I think, why a lot of games sadly have the, what is it, like a hard cap in certain things. Oh, sorry, you have a hard cap in terms of attack speed and projectiles and all that jazz, right? Which is a shame, yeah. I think the fun part is not having those hard caps. And I'm so glad PoE doesn't. Imagine PoE 2 has like a two attacks per second hard cap. That would be awful. And I think they even mentioned something along those lines that they don't want that, right? They want to give, they don't want to have any hard caps, or as little as possible. The only hard caps we do have is defensive-wise, right? So you're not becoming literally unkillable by, oh, let me just go have 100% physical damage reduction. Well, there you go. So, I understand that. But yeah, damage-wise, there's... Well, true. There's... Damage-wise, you have one limitation, which is the... damage, like, dot damage has a limitation. I think it's, what, 36 million? Per second, like 36 million DPS per second when it comes to damage over time, because I think that's like, you know, server and code related. There's always a limit when it comes to numbers. That has a hard limit. That is a hard limit. Like, even if you have like a billion dot DPS, that doesn't matter, because the server only, I think, allows or caps out at, yeah, that's a cap, yeah. But you cap out at 36 million or something. Which, sure, I guess. I mean, if you get 36 million Ignite DPS, you're already, like, on a whole different level, my guy. You have about 30 million... Wow, that was unlucky. That meteor hit me perfectly. You have, like, 30 million too much to just map. You need like a few million to feel comfortable, right? To map. Hey Shaggy, I got another nameless here. What the fuck? All your items can give you some stats, but it caps after like only half or less your items having the same stat that the game is asking. Yeah. It's like, what the heck is the point? Just balance around the fact that it's not capped. Or just up the high end. Tidebreaker! That's such a sick item. Look at this item. Tidebreaker. Sock the gems are supported by level 20 endurance charge on melee stun. Decent physical. Increased physical damage per endurance charge. Reduced enemy stun threshold with this item. And even some intelligence. That's kind of interesting. I like that item. Lionized Paws. No, I like this item. I'll take it. Maybe I should have taken Widow Hail, but it doesn't matter. I would have to 6-link it anyways to make it good, you know. Otherwise, why the heck would you have a Widow Hail, right? Seer Stare. A remaining dead weapon during Crucible. Nice. That's how old this weapon is. Interesting. Didn't know that, actually. There are like so many uniques that are... Well, there are so many. There's usually like a... What, 10 to 20 uniques, which is still a lot. Uniques added per league. And I never look up which ones they were or are. Maybe I should do that. I was also thinking of a few, like, you know, the classic YouTuber-related challenges again. Hey, finally! Jesus Christ, my guy. Finally a Divine Orb. Holy heckin'. Sorry. Blew my mind. Like, YouTuber-related challenges, as in... ChatGPT recommended me 3 uniques for my build. This is what turns out, you know? Stuff like this, the typical YouTuber stuff. I would actually love to do that. We'll see if I do that at some point. Can you die? Thank you very much. Much appreciated. A Niv! Lol. Oh, it's probably older than that. I will check. God damn it. Crucible or Verisium. Don't charge it when there's a monster nearby. You can technically, by the way, if you're fast, you can kill the mob and quickly charge it again. There is a little bit of a pause in between. But yeah, this death was like literally not necessary if it would be different. No. All the XP we got is already gone. We're back at like, what, 4 XP? Nice. I think we were like 40. Oh well. Tidebreaker was added in 2.6. Oh, god damn, that's long ago. That is quite some time ago, yep. actually gonna check what upgrades I want after this. I mean, I have 70 div in my stash. Technically more now after we ran all these maps. I don't know what I should use my money for. I mean, technically I could get, you know, like a new quiver with more projectiles and just more pew pew and better boots, and I could get a really thick lethal pride. Yeah, that'd be sick. But I'm pretty sure lethal pride with like triple double damage and life and all that jazz is probably like 200 divs at this point. Like, that ain't cheap. Nice, got stunned out of oblivion. Buy Mage Blood card in Gamba? No. I don't want to gamber. Gamber. No, I don't really care about that, to be honest. Because, nice. Good job there. Wow. We're not gonna go this way, I guess. We're at 0% XP, boys. Let's go. Classic. 38 is looking literally impossible. Well, okay, this map is mega juiced. Yeah, scam, but no. Not really into that, to be honest. Otherwise, I think at that point I would probably like quit the league or something. Isn't worth it, really. The Gamba is just like... Again, you know, if I would be a full-time streamer and have like ungodly amounts of time and my hands wouldn't hurt from playing PoE because of the because of how you play PoE, clicking a bunch of hack and loot, I'd probably do it. But I don't. I have a full-time job, and I can only achieve this much because I like no-life the heck out of it. And yeah, losing then a lot of progress is just not really cool. Just brutally honest. And again, you know, this will set me back far, and I can't then do other leagues or sorry, other builds and other things, and just like a snowball effect. And it's, I think, a bigger mental thing than anything else, but yeah, it matters, right? I want to play more for multiple weeks and enjoy the game and stream it. It's like, then losing like 50 divs just for a Gamba is like, nah. But that's maybe right now. Maybe because I feel like this today. Maybe next week. No. Or if I finally get a goddamn apothecary card. God damn it, I clicked the thing. Why is this still a thing? I wish we can turn off labs. Rip my headhunter buffs. By the way, 38 is looking impossible. Sheesh, can't even get to Act 4. 38? Sorry, 98. To be honest, I am kind of looking towards leveling like a new char. Just because I like going through the story with a new skill. Because I like, just kind of like, I just like that a lot. We have nothing. Let's go. We are very close to the end of this already. Goddamn. Didn't expect that. Very close. And keep in mind, while I was doing this whole thing, you could technically had 3, 4, 5, 6... Wait, no, sorry. 3 ships to Ribbonfell is 30 minutes. So you could have had a few ships return. Gonna try Warden. Nice. I hate tinctures. Hell no. There is no heckin' way he would have to pay me to play tinctures. Technically, you could have had quite a few ships come back with potentially more divines, so keep that in mind. So even if we made cash like this, you could have had way more cash if we actually did King's March. I didn't, partially for the sake to see how much gold you could even have after doing all this. I haven't even checked into King's March. Maybe I should. Maybe there's a divine waiting for me from yesterday. No, to be honest, as a little spoiler, I'm not gonna say I'm doing it. I'm doing that build because I don't know how it is. But I was thinking of, can I make... I mean, I'm not a build creator, right? I suck at this. But again, I would look at PoE Ninja, see if someone did it. Probably not, and then I don't do it. But my thought was, what if instead of having to press buttons to kill mobs like this, how about I make a build that doesn't need to press buttons? So an auto-bomber. So I was thinking Herald of Thunder, because the last time I played Herald of Thunder, it was actually pretty darn good. But then I thought, could you make a Herald of Thunder Slayer? You know, for the defense, for being pretty chonky. But how do you fix the shock issue? Oh. And then you could also do Sanctum if you're an absolute Giga Chad and accept that you die once in a while. I remember doing Herald of Thunder with, like, doing Sanctum with Herald of Thunder. That was okay, but only because I didn't have, like, a mirror tier build. If you have a mirror tier, or even, like, 100, 200 div Herald of Thunder build, God, you do so much damage. You literally just see the enemy and he's dead. It's like zap, zap, dead. It's pretty cool. And again, you have to just walk up to it, nothing else. Technically, you could even dash towards it, okay. And he's dead. Actually, I haven't even looked what the popular builds are right now, this league. I can imagine that Elementalist might be, like, not popular at all, maybe. Also, is anyone actually playing Gladiator? Is anyone? Because we did get the Gladiator rework. But I can't really imagine someone's playing that. %10 are playing. No, it's quite a bit. It's actually quite a bit. That is a decent chunk of players. Out of what, 190,000? Or how many are there on PoE Ninja? No, it's not 190,000. It's, I think, 19,000 or 90,000. I just heard Gassy say a number, but I just don't remember it right now because I briefly watched Catmaster OP's Faded Connections podcast. And it was today, by the way, the episode. And I only watched a little bit of it while I ate my lunch right before the stream. $98K. Well, you know, that's a decent chunk of players. That's a decent chunk of players. 10% is definitely like, okay, yeah, that's something's there. How many Deadeyes? My guess is Either it's low or it's high. I guess it's high. It's probably low. But I guess it's high. It's maybe 16. 5. Really? Okay, so my thought was correct. It was low. I would have actually guessed on the low end 9. Interesting. 5% Deadeye. Really want to see who makes more. Makes more currency. You know, take a Giga Chat. Not the same strat, you know, they can do whatever strat they want, but I feel like it's kind of tough making the same amount of currency as a Deadeye. Just because of speed, you know, just speed, sadly, usually, just, man. Not saying I made a lot of cash here, not at all. But it's also, man, I can't play strong boxes anymore. It's just, it's a little bit tedious having to, like, go up to it, see the modifiers, see Ice Nova, actually don't look at the modifiers, just walk back for a few seconds and then go back in, and then there is some mods still alive, and then you have to, it's just a little bit awkward. Just a bit awkward. It's like, boohoo, you have to click things to, Jesus Christ. Well, Headhunter teleported me. Rip. Yeah, it's just a bit awkward sometimes. With strong boxes. That was fine. But yeah, another death. I'll be very... Ooh, close to 1 million. Damn. Oh wow, holy heck, this might be a laggy instance. Yeah, it's a laggy instance. Technically, I am using more upload speed now because I'm multi-streaming myself. So this might cause a few issues, but we haven't dropped frames, so I'm happy about that. We haven't dropped frames. That doesn't mean it's still... I'm pretty sure it probably looks a little bit laggy. I'm sorry about that. That's... Yeah, it's a bit weird with PoE, and to be honest, I do have PoE at like nearly max graphics. So. And again, you know, the game lags on my end. Not all the time, but still, you know, if a lot of stuff is happening on screen, then... Can't drop triumph, there are none to drop. What? What are you talking about, dude? Does it look this bad? Dude! Oh my god. What the fuck? Toxic, man. Dude, nice stream there, streamer. Upgrade your PC, bro. No, dude, I can't upgrade my PC, or otherwise Kai gets my GPU, dude. I can't do that. And people be like, who the F is Kai? No, but it's an insider joke. That you can be a part of by joining the Discord. There you go. Oh yeah, this is definitely more laggy than usual. By the way, I still don't know. I'm back on Vulcan, and I don't know what's better. I truly cannot tell you what's better now. Both seem very, very similar. Vulcan and DX12. I don't know. Like, I think at the end, they are very, very similar, but both have their their ups and downs depending on what happens on screen. Like, it feels like depending on the content or thing that happens on screen, you might be better off using one or the other. That's what I think it is, but that's really just from a feeling. That would be interesting. Got it. By the way, another nameless seer if you want one. That would be cool to have some sort of like benchmark tool for PoE. Yo, can you? Thank you. That'd be pretty cool. What do we have here? The ivory tower. Isn't that popular because of the... I think I'll take this. Sure. I don't know. I think it's pretty popular. Ivory tower. With energy shield stackers? I don't know. I think I've never played a real stacker build before. I just realized. Perfect. And I think this is the last map. If I'm correct. This will be the last map. And then we did, I think, easily over 10. I think, over 10. Easily over 80. And I think technically close to or exactly 90. Something along those lines. I did get rid of a few maps because they had, oh my god. Because I'm weird. But... roughly around 90, maybe it was 80. Oh, let me put me through! Oh no, I'm being teleported. Yep, I'm being teleported because of Headhunter buff. Holy moly. Orichalcum is definitely not my favorite. I'll leave that right now. So, 8 monsters remaining. That's good. That was... I think less than 2 hours, right? We can check that in a bit, so... Put all those back. We can maybe put that here. 835,000... gold. Right. I didn't put a single gold in here. So all this was at 0 or 3. So nothing worked here. We got 32,000 Crimson Iron Ore, 28,000 Orichalcum, 15,000 Petrified Amber, 11,500 Bismuth Ore, and 8,400 Verisium. So you can pretty much say how it gets lower and lower. Makes sense. That's clearly the most rare one, obviously. That's, I think, roughly 80 to 90 maps now that we did. I don't know how much, like, blue Xanthium could have been made in that time. I've literally no idea. 835,000 gold. It's a pretty decent chunk for like 2 hours, but keep in mind, the maps that we did with this build are around 2 minutes each. Maximum 2 minutes, by the way, maybe even a little bit over 1 minute. So the faster the better. And if I go now to snapshots, no, wait. I had at... Do you actually tell me the time? Okay, it was roughly 3 p.m. So this is technically wrong. So this is not... Wait. 3:34 p.m. Do you see this? 3:34 p.m. It's now 6 p.m. So it's now 2.5 hours for 90... Let's say 80 to 90 maps. How much did we make? 9.8 divs. What? Oh! Oh! Okay, hold up. Sorry. So we had roughly 70 divs. Now I'm at 94 divs. So this is, over the course of 2.5 hours, roughly 9.8 divs per hour. I was literally running tier 16s without any league mechanics. Literally run through and get stuff. Okay? Dude, guys, ground loot is so bad. Yeah, if it takes you 10 minutes per map, yeah, it also would feel like it's bad. So yeah, now I'm glad I did this, because I was always feeling like I made good money, and every time I heard ground loot is bad, it felt like it, but then I like played the game and I realized I had a lot of loot, and I'm like this doesn't make sense with this. So clearly you do get a lot of loot by just running maps really fast, specifically Toxic Sewer. And I only tried this with Toxic Sewer, but you can clearly see I made 94 Toxic Sewer maps. Sorry, 49 Toxic Sewer maps out of 90 maps. So you will run out of Toxic Sewer maps with this strategy. But if you also do this strategy and you have trade, I bought roughly 70 to 80 Toxic Sewer maps with 2 Divines, which is literally a fraction of the money I made. Literally a fraction, right? And technically, I'm damn sure if I would have used my gold right away and actually made, made them work. Maybe if I look through this right now, I could even maybe find a Divine right now. Because do you have a Divine for me? Because if they find a single Divine or even 2 Divines out of the 2.5 hours, that's already money, right? Oh, this one is back. Okay, it doesn't have a Divine. So yeah, you make good money just running tier 16 Toxic Sewer maps. With this map, it's probably not even like a good tree, but it's just like, just grab a bunch of, increase quantity of items, scarabs, map drops, of course, because you want them, block all league mechanics but ultimatum and harvest, Searing Exile, because it's the best, because I don't want to wait for mobs to spawn. No, thank you. That's kind of it. Yeah. And out of 90 maps, we didn't get a single apothecary. So, there's that. Yep. Pretty good. That was a cool experiment. I like it. It's crazy how we only got 1 Divine Orb and 1 Valdo's Puzzle Box. But 14 cigarette maps. 14. So, I wonder, could you force this, could you force it that more maps drop? Let me check. Cartographer. Area contains 8 to 12 additional packs of difficult and rewarding monsters which drop 300% increased maps. So that's 10C each. I feel like that's a little bit too dangerous. Non-unique maps found in areas are corrupted with 8 modifiers. This is really bad if I can't run it, so I can't do this. Area has an additional random modifier. That would be interesting, but the problem is it could be reflect and then I'm dead. So the only thing that you can really throw in is actually just this one, which is also 3C. Yeah. Okay. So you could only... Wait, can you use multiples? Oh no, it's limited to 1. Okay. So you could only really throw this one in. And maybe get a little bit more, like a few more cigarette maps out. But at that point, like, think about it. If you use this one, which is 3C... So you have 10 maps, it's 30C, and you have 90, whereas it's 270C. So that's roughly 2 extra divines for the 2 divines you spent to get 70 to 90 toxic sewer maps. And if you get, instead of 14 cigarette maps, if you get 3 more out, you're even. Easily. Because even if you don't get cigarette maps, you probably get a lot of other maps that you can sell in bulk. Like, look at this. I have 26 underground C maps. Bro, if I say 3.5 C right now, people will eat it out of my hands. On the other side, you need those maps to feed your mappers, right? Because I actually have like all these maps prepared for just my mappers. You must have the corrupted map scarab, because that one upgrades tier 15 to tier 16, leading to more tier 17s. True, but I can only drop tier 16 maps because of my void stone. But maybe the conversion is weird. Tier 17 maps uber juice equals profit? No. No, it's definitely not. I actually tried this offline with cigarette maps. I mean, technically, I can now do it, right? This is the ending of the experiment. You're welcome for this.